Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is July the 1st, 2025, 1:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as I am recording this. And this is breaking news, really, with what Donald Trump has just stated in regard to Iran. You're going to hear that in just one moment. Additionally, over the last 24 hours, there have been some crazy things unfolding. And that is why I'm ready to say and give you the reasons and the explanation. USA and Israel versus Iran 2.0, the war they said was over. No, it's coming. It's coming again, and it's going to be bigger, it's going to be badder, and it's going to be more devastation. I'm not a doomsdayer, but the facts and the signs are there. Let's take a look at them. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing. We're growing quickly, and we're doing our best all together to make a difference. Let's go straight at it. This is Donald Trump just minutes ago in Florida at the Alcatraz.
Very frank, but he wants it too. I will tell you, he's coming here next week. He wants to end it too. We had a tremendous success with Iran. They won't have me. Somebody said, "When are you going to sign?" I said, "Sign? They are so bombed out." Did you see the report issued this morning? The place was decimated. It'll be years before anybody even gets down there. So that's not a priority, but we'll have a report and we'll have whatever we want. We'll get whatever we want from Iran. And I think, and I hope they want to have a good country. You know, they have massive sanctions right now, biting sanctions. It's going to be very hard for them to do anything with those sanctions. And I look forward to maybe there'll be a time when we get along with them and they can rebuild their country.
Is there a point where you tell Netanyahu, like, you gotta end this now, you gotta strike a deal?
Well, he wants to. I can tell you he wants to, and I think we'll have it. I think we'll have a deal next week. That's what I think.
And there you have it. I think we'll have a deal next week. So you can see there is no deal. Also, he's under the absolute misinformation that the Iranian nuclear enrichment, uranium enrichment, is devastated. Years of devastation. It is not true. I do not know where he's getting his intel from other than Saturday morning Looney Tunes cartoons. And I'm sorry for that, but the man started selling his own cologne. What a tragedy while the world is imploding. Now, let's look at facts only, guys. Here are the facts. While he's saying that Netanyahu's coming, Netanyahu wants it to end, Netanyahu wants peace. Oh, yeah, they're ready for it. What's really happening? Well, I'm glad you asked, and here we go. Israel, Iran, U.S. 2.0, tracking right now over the last 48 hours. U.S. Air Force RC-135W Rivet Joint and U.S. Navy MQ-4C Tritons were active over the Persian Gulf. They've been running these reconnaissance flights nonstop over the last 24 to 48 hours. Additionally, I can tell you it's in the news, guys. You can see it, Israel-Iran 2.0. The United States has approved a $510 million arms package for Israel. The approved shipment includes 3,845 JDAM kits for the BLUESKY bunker buster bombs and 3,280 JDAM kits for Mk-82 bombs. What does that tell you? A, it tells you that Israel was very low on their supply. It tells you that what we actually have here most likely is a pause, rearming, repreparing. I can tell you guys, there was massive devastation done to Israeli infrastructure that the media is not showing. It is hiding it. They were hit hard when those big missiles would get through from Iran, and they are concerned. They are rearming right now. It's so easy to see this, guys. Let's keep going. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu making a statement today that the threat posed by Iran now after the 12-day war surpasses that of before the 12-day war, and also much more than traditional Arab nationalism. So if they are, as Trump said, completely devastated, there's nothing left, they're gone, then why is Netanyahu making these statements? The reality is they're not gone. They're not devastated. They have a massive supply, and they have lethal missiles sitting over there in Iran. Why then Iran, Israel, USA 2.0 breaking today? Iranian submarines have now been deployed throughout the Strait of Hormuz, conducting active patrols and remaining on high alert. And if military tensions flare up again in the region, they are ready. All of this within the last 24 hours. Israel, Iran, US 2.0. Israel receiving a dire warning, as well as the United States, from Iran. The warning is the demise of the Zionist regime and Netanyahu is imminent. This coming from Major General Yahya Rahim Savavi, a top military advisor to Iran's supreme leader. Khamenei delivers chilling message amid escalating tensions. This is what he said also today. Iran vows revenge, declaring all enemy bases and interests are in its crosshairs. Thousands of missiles are standing ready. Tehran claims full knowledge of the United States and Israeli assets across the region. And then ceasefire, question mark, temporary. Iran warns any miscalculation will trigger a devastating response. And we've already seen little things, some drones flying in the airspace and some anti-air defense over Tehran going off. And they're saying, no, we're just practicing. And there's some drones flying. Just little things, but it's coming. There's no question it's coming. Israel-Iran US 2.0. Here is the Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi on CBS. Listen for yourself.
The head of the UN's nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, has told CBS News that Iran could likely start enriching uranium again within a few months. Is that your assessment as well?
One cannot obliterate the technology and science for enrichment through bombings. If there is this will on our part, and the will exists in order to once again make progress in this industry, we will be able to expeditiously repair the damages and make up for the lost time.
President Trump has made it clear that he will bomb your country's nuclear facilities again if Iran does indeed start enriching uranium again. Are you prepared for that?
Is this a lawful act?
There you have it. Is this a lawful act? So IAEA confirming, listen, who's lying? I would imagine the man who's selling perfume and fighting with Elon Musk is lying because he does not know what is going on. It's just a simple fact. Now, did you know that today the Iranians called the Ukrainian delegation in to reprimand them? Israel-Iran US 2.0. Now, Ukraine getting involved. The Iranian Foreign Ministry handed a note of protest to the Charge d'Affaires of Ukraine after Kyiv's statements in support of Israel's strike on the territory of the Islamic Republic. A protest was filed against Zelensky for his statements regarding the Iranian evil regime and the partnership with Putin. Iran warned of dire consequences for Kyiv if support for hostile and provocative rhetoric towards Tehran continues. And reminder, if you can go back on one of my other videos, I shared Zelensky calling out Iran as the most evil regime, and it's no wonder that Putin partners with them. That just happened yesterday, and now we have this response. Additionally, did you know Pakistan today making a statement about Iran? Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif visited the Iranian embassy in Islamabad on Tuesday to express solidarity with the people of Iran following recent American-Israeli aggression against Iran. In fact, Pakistan was putting out video. I have it. I have it translated. I'm just not sharing it. Maybe on another video where they are just saying, bring it on. We will defend Iran. We have nuclear capabilities and we are ready to go. You cannot do this to Iran. So all of this is happening. Then you can bring China into the game with that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's where, this new Silk Road is running through Pakistan out of China. All of this is connected. Of course, then it goes into Iran, but way beyond. We bombed them to smithereens and there's nothing going on there. They're gone. Sign. What is there to sign? Clueless, man. Clueless. Iran, Israel, US 2.0. How about the mass funerals today in Pakistan? Here are some statements directly from Pakistan.
Our dear people are well aware of the efforts and comprehensive services of Major General Bagheri, Major General Rashid, Major General Salami, and Major General Hajizadeh during the Sacred Defense era, and deeply appreciate their contributions. These esteemed individuals, with their knowledge, wisdom, and invaluable experiences, have worked tirelessly since the Saddam-imposed war, boost the country's defense capabilities. As a result, today our nation sees that we have stood against major global powers, backing the Zionist regime for 12 days. And as acknowledged by both friends and foes, we have emerged victorious on the battlefield. The enemy that sought revenge on these dear ones is unaware that they have trained commanders and outstanding forces who will ensure our security for many years to come.
The word ceasefire is related to our friends at the Foreign Ministry and the government. We in the armed forces must remain prepared because we do not trust the fabricated Zionist regime and the criminal America. We have enhanced our readiness more than ever so that, God forbid, if another act of aggression occurs, we will be able to deliver an even more painful response to that regime.
Congratulations and condolences on the martyrdom of these dear ones. The enemies thought that by striking our senior military commanders, our defense structure would collapse. But their calculations were completely wrong. His Eminence, Ayatollah Khamenei, the Commander-in-Chief, appointed successors in the shortest possible time, and with authority, issued the order to attack within the first 24 hours. We dealt them heavy blows unprecedented in the wretched history of the Zionist regime. If they continue this game, the end of their disgraceful existence will undoubtedly come sooner.
The existence of the Iranian people is based on faith and trust in God, as well as patriotism and deep love for their homeland, Iran. This caused the enemy's plan, which aimed to create social chaos through an initial surprise attack.
And there you can see it coming directly in from that funeral. Different representatives, different military, different political people making their statements there in Iran. So the bottom line is this in conclusion. Over the last 10 or 11 minutes, I've went fact after fact after fact after fact. It's definitely on the horizon, 2.0. Israel, United States, Iran. But this time, it will be different. And it's not fear-mongering. We're just looking at the facts, and it's easy to see. And while that is happening, and the rhetoric that is being thrown around is everything's okay, this is what the leader of the free world, Donald J. Trump, is doing. Pimping cologne and perfume. They're called Victory 45 and 47 because they're all about winning. I thought this was a joke. I thought he'd been hacked. Strength and success for men and women. Get yourself a bottle and don't forget to get one for your loved ones too. Enjoy, have fun, and keep winning. Go to gettrumpfragrances.com. While Trump versus Elon 2.0 is unfolding. Oh yeah, stay tuned, guys. This is unbelievable. The world is on fire. And we're selling perfume. You guys be blessed. We'll be back at you very soon. Thank you for your support and care. I hope this brought understanding. This thing's boiling, and we'll see what unfolds from there. Make sure you have that notification bell on. We can go live at any time, and let me get that fragrance off of there. Please don't buy one. You're better off to go to a mud puddle and get a little bit out. A little bit of muddy water. Smells good.